Hi everyone, this is Martin. Today, I'd love to share how you can spark light bulb moments and basically share excitement in your science classes with interactive 3D, augmented reality, or virtual reality. So let's take a look at how to boost excitement with 3D and AR and VR, and there we go. So this is Lifelike, a 3D learning platform that includes thousands of lessons and interactive 3D models. Let's assume I'm the teacher that would love to have and excite students for climate change, and let's focus on a specific topic of, let's say, oceans and water pollution. So I have just opened a teacher curriculum for middle school science, 7th grade. You can see I've got dozens and dozens of lessons about weather, climate, Earth atmosphere, human actions and impact of atmosphere, and specifically I'd like to share a lesson about water pollution, as I mentioned. So let me open the lesson. Every single lesson includes the 3D model inside, as well as follows the 5E instructional model, which mostly focuses on how have students explore and research on their own to get excited about learning science and how to learn autonomously. So let me click on this 3D model. You can see I can interact with that, so I can basically start my lesson with engaging students and asking them couple of questions as a starter, and I can also go ahead and go to a deeper 3D view, show the 3D model, and engage them in learning. Now, I've got a couple of things I can do with my students here. What I'd love to do, aside from that lesson introduction, is having them study the 3D model themselves. So I click on the share button, I'll click on share the link, and aside from Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams, where a lot of you probably store your lessons and engage your classes, I can generate a student access, and I can have my students scan a QR code and share a link with them, so they can easily access the 3D model themselves. So let me show you how that works. I just clicked on that link, and if I'm a student, just with one click, I open the 3D model myself and I can start exploring. Now, this is the 3D. Now, where does augmented reality comes in? Well, every single 3D model in Lifelike have also the AR possibility, AR function here. So clicking on augmented reality, I can start recording or taking photo, basically interacting with the model in AR. This is me, hi there. And so what I'd love to do is I want my students record the video. You can see that I can upload it to Google Drive or to my computer. So record the video, and I will want my students to basically take to shoot a short documentary movie about how water cycle works. So I can interact with the 3D model, I can explain how it works, and then very easily send the assignment, send the video to the teacher right there. Now, I'd like to go ahead and I'd love to let's say, I'd love to have my students explore perhaps what is the impact of the water pollution on different animals. So let me go back from the lessons that are available in Lifelike and the curricula, and let me go directly to interactive 3D. So as I said, aside from thousands of lessons, you also have thousands of interactive 3D models right there, and you can browse either the models through lessons or you can browse them individually. Well, I'd love to have them explore more about sharks. So there you go. Let me find the shark. And I want my students explore what is the shark anatomy, how it works, and especially I want them to focus on the liver, because as we see, and as lots of science teachers out there know, liver is, probably the one of the most important and impactful organs when it comes to studying sharks' life and sharks' anatomy. And again, I can explore sharks in augmented reality, and I can choose whatever part of the 3D model I want, and again I can record a video to explain how the shark's body works and how it gets affected by the water pollution. There we go. I download my video, and again I can send it to my teacher, or the other way around, I can get the video from my students. Now, it is not just about the augmented reality and 3D. Lifelike has every single 3D model available also in virtual reality. So basically, and let me show you how that works now. If you put your headset on and open the 3D model with your VR headset on, you find it available in VR. So if you click on it, you can simply explore the 3D model in virtual reality. Again, go through the anatomy and go farther with that immersive experience. Basically, explore something that you have never seen, or you could never explore or experience in your life without the digital or virtual model. Also, I can explore another model, which is the prehistoric shark, that enables me to see how great white, or how shark is moving, how it works in motion, and I can perhaps explore or compare how the anatomy developed in time, and perhaps how water pollution might have affected anatomy of an animal that has been living here in oceans for 300 million years. Now, let's take a look at some data that we have about using 3D models and augmented reality. In Lifelike, we've got available data from different sources. There's research showing, the research done by International Research Agency in 2011 that that explored, or that found that students using 3D models compared to students using perhaps just online video or working with textbooks received or were able to understand topics more easily, and more especially the difficult topics, and were able to improve their test scores. They were better in the communication, retention of the knowledge, and also their attention significantly increased. Some other data we have available also show that students really better understood difficult topics when learning with 3D or even virtual reality, and with use of Lifelike. all this data has been done with use of Lifelike, and that also they increase their engagement in topic. This is a report conducted by Nevada State Libraries, where Lifelike has been used across libraries across all the states. The respondent find virtual reality as something that provides a huge impact on how they can prepare for their jobs. Respondents were able to better understand difficult topics, and as mentioned before, using Lifelike in virtual reality significantly increased engagement with science topics. There's also one research that has been going for the last 6 months, let's say, at the Charles University in Central and Eastern Europe. This is a qualitative study, so it would not be so useful to share really the quantitative data, but the research have found a strong correlation between the motivation of students, a certain sense of impact and significance of studied matter, and their curiosity and appeal to study more. And the study found strong correlation between Lifelike, between using Lifelike in classes, and all the three parts of that process. So just to summarize the data, Lifelike increased imagination and made it easier to explain difficult topics, increased motivation and curiosity, again, as mentioned before, and also was able to improve performance and test scores. So once again, there's a huge connection between our ability to engage students in learning, help them understand better, and spark light bulb moments through the visual 3D, AR or VR materials. This is where its huge power comes in, and to cultivate their ongoing, continuous learning passion to study more. And the more motivated they are to study, the better we're able to spark our light bulb moments in them, the better they'll learn, and so on, so on. So this is kind of like a circle that we should keep in mind, especially when looking for the different digital resources that we'd like to use to motivate students in learning science, and especially difficult topics. And please reach out on me if there was anything else I could help you with. So this is my email. Find me at martin@lifelike.com. Thanks a lot and have fun.